Hello, everybody. I am Mrs. Poppet, and this is my place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so happy to see you again because we have such a good time at story time, don't we? Well, today's story is one you may or may not have heard of. It's called The Seven Ravens. Why don't we get started and you can see what it's all about? The Seven Ravens. There once was a man who had 7 sons but no daughters. He wished for one very much. Eventually, he and his wife had an 8th child, and it was a girl. Their joy was great, but the baby was sickly and small. They were worried she might not live, so they wanted her to be baptized immediately. The father sent one of the boys to fetch water for the baptism. The other 6 went with him, and because each of them wanted to be the first to fill it, they fought, and the jug fell deep into the well. None of them dared to go home. When they didn't come back, the father said, "They have forgotten the water while playing some game, the wicked boys." He became afraid that the girl would die without being baptized, and in his anger he cried, "I wish all the boys would be turned into ravens." Hardly were the words spoken when he heard a whirring of wings over his head and saw 7 coal-black ravens spinning over him and then flying away. The parents were very sad and missed their 7 sons, but they comforted themselves with their little daughter, who grew stronger and more beautiful every day. For a long time, the girl did not know she had brothers, as her parents did not mention them. One day, though, she overheard some people saying that she was beautiful, but that she was also to blame for her brother's misfortune. The girl was very upset. She went to her mother and father and asked if it was true that she had had brothers, and what had happened to them. The parents now knew they had to tell her, but they told her what happened to her brothers was the will of heaven, and she was not to blame. Still, the girl thought daily of her brothers and was filled with determination to save them. She set out secretly to find them. She took nothing along with her but a gold ring that had belonged to her parents and bread and water. She traveled far, far, to the very end of the world. She journeyed to the sun, but it was too hot and terrible. She ran to the moon, but it was too cold and malicious. She came to the stars, which were kind and good. The morning star gave her a chicken drumstick and said, "Without this drumstick you cannot open the glass mountain, and in the glass mountain are your brothers." The girl took the drumstick, wrapped it carefully in a cloth, and went on until she reached the glass mountain. The door was shut, so she looked for the drumstick, but when she undid the cloth it was empty. She had lost the morning star's present. What could she do now? To rescue her brothers she needed a key to fit the glass mountain. The good sister took a knife and cut off one of her little fingers and put it in the door and was able to open it. When she had gone inside, a little dwarf came to meet her. She said to the dwarf, "I am looking for my brothers, the 7 ravens." The dwarf replied, "The Lord Ravens are not at home, but you can wait here for them." Then the dwarf set out the ravens' dinner on 7 little plates in 7 little glasses. The little sister ate a morsel from each plate, and from each little glass she took a sip. In the last little glass she dropped her parents' ring. Then she hid behind a door and waited. Suddenly she heard a whirring of wings and a rushing through the air, and the ravens came in. They were hungry and went to their plates and glasses. When they began to ask, "Who has eaten from my plate? Who has drunk out of my glass?" It was a human mouth. When the 7th raven finished his drink, the gold ring in his glass rolled against his beak. He took it out and recognized that it was his mother and father's. He said, "God grant that our sister may be here, for then we shall be free." When the sister heard that wish, She came forward to them, and all the ravens were restored to their human form, and they were boys again. The brother and sisters all embraced and kissed each other over and over. Then they went joyfully home. I really like that story. It has such a happy ending. The father made a mistake, and through their love, they were able to fix it. How wonderful. I hope you liked the story as much as I did, and I hope I get to see you again tomorrow.